Hey y'all, I have secured my little treat for today. It is almost 3 p.m. and you know, I've had a very eventful day of doing absolutely nothing. I'm playing. I didn't do nothing, but kind of nothing. See what time I woke up, did my morning pages, my journaling, then stayed in bed for a bit. I applied to some jobs, some more jobs. Yeah, that's what I've been doing so far today. I'm gonna go run to the post office for him, and then come home, and then I'm gonna wait for my mom to get off work, pick her up, and then we'll go grocery shopping. McDonald's because they have it for $1. Like, I have the McDonald's app strictly for, like, I'm not gonna say strictly for, but I have the McDonald's app and I use mostly to get 99-cent any size coffee beverage, and I use it to get a 99-cent large caramel iced coffee. That's the only thing I really regret about leaving Barnes & Noble. Like, I worked in a cafe in there as well, and you get a free coffee beverage every shift that you work, and I really miss that. What the fuck is going on? But I like the way coffee tastes a lot. It's just a cute little treat. So I've been kind of going crazy with iced coffee the last couple of weeks recently. So I'm trying to, you know, I don't have a coffee beverage every day because that's crazy. But like, you know, maybe twice a week. Twice a week is good. Maybe 3 times a week if I can get it decaf. But I go to McDonald's because they have it for $1 and we're broke. I've really been thinking about, like, I really want to move out as soon as I possibly can. But I want to be able to afford to move out. You know? I want to be able to afford it. And then, like, I've been really trying to think about where I would want to move to. I have no idea. I think a good way to start figuring that out is to figure out, like, what you want to do. Then you can figure out where you want to move. But I've been trying to, because y'all know I'm into astrology a lot, so I've been trying to get into astro cartography, which is kind of like using astrology to, like, see what certain geographical locations might what your experiences might be like in certain geographical locations. But yeah, I've been trying to do that a lot. But I don't know. First of all, it's really confusing. All that astrocartography, once you get into the lines and stuff, it's actually really confusing. But from what I understand, from what I've seen, my sun line, well, the sun line is like your ego, your vitality, your, you know, like the essence of, you know, who you are, I guess, like what you'll achieve, or, you know, stuff like that. It's just your sun. So my sun line, I was like, or like where I will find like good career success, along with like my midheaven line, of course. But sun line kind of helps you with that. Oh, I'm going this way. So my sun line, all like my lines when it comes to like career stuff, my lines are all in the West, like the Midwest, not like California. I think I have a Pluto line in California, like near Los Angeles or something. I'm gonna just stay the hell away from there. No shade. I'm gonna stay the hell away from there if I can. But a lot of my like career lines was in the West, like Arizona, Utah, you know. And it's funny because like last year when I was trying to plan what I wanted to do for my birthday, I was looking into things that I want to do. Of course, I do this a lot. I plan things that I want to do for my birthday and never end up doing them. But I was looking into what I wanted to do for my birthday, and I came across, like, I wanted to road trip to the West. Like, I wanted to hit up Utah, I wanted to hit up Arizona, because it's very, very scenic. I wanted to road trip it, I wanted to drive, you know. Really want to visit Sedona, Arizona, and like hike up there. And it was funny because I was looking into all of that last year, and then I just started trying to look into astrocartography a couple weeks ago, and it again, a lot of my career lines are in the west, like in Arizona, in that area and stuff. My sun line and my Mercury line. So that's been real interesting. I think I have a lot of good lines in South America, which makes so much sense because I have been like obsessed with South America for so long. Like, I always just felt like I would love South America, and it makes so much sense. I have a lot of good lines. I have good lines in South America, and that makes so much sense. So I really want to visit there frequently. It'll give me a good excuse to keep like trying to learn my Spanish. I really just want to get more into like sorry, I'm hot. I just gotta put more effort into it. I gotta start watching like Netflix shows and stuff that are in Spanish to try to. I had started watching The Surrogate on Netflix. I think I only got one episode in though. So I'm gonna try to, get back into it. Sometimes it'll be putting my extra caramel juice in there and really thinking about like moving out and stuff. Like, I'll live with my parents for as long as it's smart for me to live with them. But like my youngest sister, she's in her junior year this year, so the goal is like by the time she graduates for me to have something concretely like figured out, I've really been trying to be in my recipe bag. Like, I like cooking a lot. I love cooking. I don't get to play around with it as much, but I really want to start playing around with more recipes and things. And then our kitchen is really, really small, which really sucks. We have a very small kitchen. So, I'm gonna make French onion soup this year. I wanted to make it last year, but I never did. I'm gonna make it this year though. And yeah, I just got things I want to try, things I want to do. So it's really got me thinking about like I really wanting my own space a lot. But it has to be smart. It has to be smart. I have to be able to afford it, and I have to be able to afford it. It's a big one, because the thing is, if I know I don't want an 8 to 5 job, like long term, it's like, okay, because then that whole 8 to 5 thing, working 40, 50 hours a week too, I just like, it's not for me. And if I know I don't want that, like, I don't want that long term, like, I don't want that to be my life, I just don't think I'm cut out for it. It's like, okay, how are you gonna, so I think things are working themselves out. I want to like spruce up my bedroom. I really want to do that really badly. Spruce up my bedroom, start there. Just take care of my space a bit more, spruce up my bedroom, play around with cooking, and really consider like what I would want in an apartment and stuff. I've started really thinking about that, and I think I've jotted it down in my journal, like what I would want in an apartment, where I would want to live, the vibes I want to have, being able to afford it, of course. But yeah, I've been really, really, really heavily thinking about that, because I just want my own space, trying to more concretely carve out and envision a life that I want, and the artist way has really been helping with that. I need to make like vision boards and stuff. I have like pictures and things saved. I just need to print them and figure out where I want to put them. And I made a list of like all the little things that I want in my room. And I really gotta seriously bulk up my wardrobe, because it's ridiculous that I don't have any clothes. And when I say I don't have any clothes, I mean that. I mean it. Like, I literally have 2 or 3 pairs of, maybe, I think I have about maybe 2 or 3, maybe about 4 pairs of jeans. And I have like oversized, to get less oversized as time goes on, but oversized, a couple oversized oversized black graphic t-shirts, like one pair of like sandals, and that's it. That's what I mean when I say I have no clothes. 90% of my wardrobe, I would say maybe 95% of it, consists of like sleep clothes or stuff to wear around the house. It's not clothes to wear out. I literally don't have any clothes. So I've got to start doing that too. But yeah, I'm really, I guess I'm feel myself starting to be a lot more intentional about my future. I'm just really thinking about it, which feels really nice. But it's like, okay, now we have to make adult decisions. I know, like, I'm starting to know what it is that I want and figuring out how to get there practically, you know? So yeah, I've been thinking about moving out, been thinking about what kind of space I want for myself, because ideally, so I don't know. The thing is, like, I would think about like moving to DC to be with my bestie. But I'm not necessarily saying I'm gonna let astro cartography determine where I live. But I think it is a useful tool if you know how to use it. That's just how I feel about astrology in general. It's a useful tool when you know how to use it and when you know how it works. But I think that's my Saturn line. DC is on my Saturn line, and I just don't have time, which makes sense. I mean, it's DC, you know, it makes a lot of sense. But I don't have time. I think Boston maybe is like my Jupiter line. I have some good lines in Canada, like in Montreal. Don't know what that's about. Maybe we'll see. I do want to travel a lot, so I feel like it'll be hard for me to find a place to settle down, because I feel like I will just travel a lot. I would love to travel. I would love to travel. Like, one day I just want to take a year and travel and like go to places and like plan it out to where to either plan it out and do it in sections to where I spend like 3 months in these places. So if I divide it by the year, and if I'm going to spend 3 months in places, that means it'll be like 4 places, 3 months or something like that. You know, because I don't want to travel and just be somewhere for like a week. That's nice, but like I want to travel and immerse myself in different cultures and learn things, and I, you know, want to avoid touristy spots and like really like live with the people, you know. And I feel like that would just be nice. Like if I could choose 4 places to live in for 3 months and just do it like that. That's why I really want to at least start the process of getting my passport before this year is over. Because I know after this year it's going to be very hard. They're making it harder and harder to get in and out the country. And you know what? It actually makes me, the more I start thinking about this stuff, like I be thinking about, you know, sometimes I regret not finishing school. But you know what? Aside from literally my first year of school being interrupted by COVID, which is not spoken about enough, I was just really fucked up in the head. And I'm just now getting better. Like 2023 has been the first like solid year mentally that I've had in a very long time. So I had shit to figure out and heal and work through. But you know, people like to give you things and do things for you when they know you're in school or when you have a degree, when you graduate. Like my best friend, she got a passport, and I just think that was such a great graduation gift to get somebody a passport. That is such A plus, and if you're watching, that was such a good graduation gift. But I really want a passport. People buy you cars, you know, take you on trips and things once you graduate. So it makes me kind of, you know, I don't know. I've also been thinking about whether or not I'm gonna go back to school. And it's not like necessarily like I'm like fuck school or fuck college. I'm just like, it's not for everybody. It's not for everybody, and you shouldn't be I don't think you should feel pressured to make it for you if it's not, you know. And I don't necessarily think that it's a good idea to straight out of high school go to college either. everybody should, after graduating high school, at least take a gap year and decide. And then if you want to go to college, or even if you plan on going to grad school, if you plan on going to grad school, you need to take you a gap year too. Trying to crunch it all, don't do that. Like, I understand, because like even my mom says like she wishes she had went ahead and got her schooling done before she had kids or whatever, or like while we were still young, because it gets harder and harder as your kids grow up and stuff. And people will be worried about school and be like, I don't want to be in my 30s and be in school, blah, blah, blah. But at the end of the day, optics are only optics. Like, it's your life. The time is gonna pass anyway. Do what you want. And anyways, we're getting off topic. I'm not a college person necessarily. I think the American education system is really fucked up. I think tuition prices keep raising and salaries are not. And they said they was going to forgive these student loans and they haven't yet. Because while you go to other countries like in Europe and stuff, in the UK, they go to college for free. Like Finland, I think it is. They go to school for free over there. What the hell are we doing? But anyways, yeah, so I'm not like a fuck college person necessarily. I don't think you need college to be successful. I don't think you need school to learn things. But I've always been somebody that's liked to learn. I love learning things. I'm like, sometimes I get overwhelmed with all the things that I don't know. And it's like, what do you mean that I can't learn all the things, that I can't, you know what I'm saying? Like, I very much am that type of person. Like, I have 2 9th house placements, you know? My Jupiter's in Gemini. I like to learn things. I do. I like languages. I like cultures. I like learning about history. I like learning. But I think I just found that school gets in the way of me learning the things that I actually give a fuck about. And that's sometimes what I can like college about. Oh! Sorry. But at least you get a choice somewhat in college. Another thing about it that I don't like is like, let's say you pick a major and a minor and stuff. Them guidance counselors or whatever you call them, advisors in college, be fucking people up. Be telling you what classes you need and what classes you can't take. And then people be saying they can't. Did I put deodorant on? I did. But I just got out of the shower not too long ago, so it's fine. But they be fucking people up and keeping them in school longer and trying to get more money. Because what do you mean, like, the classes y'all told me to take are like not transferable or don't count towards credit or don't count towards my degree when you told me to take the damn class? So them advisors be fucking people up too, and it's just a lot. But maybe online school is probably what's best for me. No shade. But I think, I don't know, if I go back to school, I really would want to go somewhere out of state just to get out of the house. But yeah, I don't know. I've been looking into Harvard online free courses for a while now. I've never like actually done one, but I've always like looked into it. And I just made a list not too long ago of the classes that I think are interesting. So I'm gonna try to. Hopefully I'm gonna start it this Thursday, so I'm gonna try to do next week. I'm gonna try to start next week. Pick one and just start it. So I don't know. I've been thinking about whether or not I'm gonna go back to school next year. I know my mom wants me to, but it's just like I still don't know what I would major in, because again, I'm interested in so many things. The thing is, if I go to a school, I would go to like a liberal arts school. Or I would go somewhere, like my dream one day would be like to go to an Ivy, not have to pay for it, go to an Ivy or just like a nice school, and go and like major in things that are completely like useless, like major in like humanities and stuff. That's like what I want. And like I would study psychology as a Bachelor of Arts, not as a Bachelor of Science, because baby, I'm not taking no fucking chemistry. Y'all got me fucked up. But I am interested in physics more and more as the time goes on. Like, I'm just interested in it. I think learning about astrology makes me interested in physics. But, yeah. So I'm thinking about it because there's a school, I think Duke they're doing free tuition for South Carolina students that get in. But the thing about it is, I'm worried about all the pitfalls. It says free tuition. Okay, fine. But what about everything else? Are you not going to cover housing? Probably not. So, and books? No. So, like, okay, y'all have free tuition, but it's still going to probably cost an arm and a leg to go. Because they have to worry about housing and books. So, it's like, which my mom, I think she really wants me to take advantage of. But I'm really like, I don't know, everybody has their own opinion and everybody lives their own life. I just feel like once it became apparent to me that I was gonna have to go to school, I really wanted to go to an HBCU. Like, I'm not playing, because I was looking at Duke's like major, like their programs, their majors and their minors, and they have a lot of ones that I'd be interested in, of course, that are like quote unquote useless ones, but like a lot of stuff that I'm just like passively interested in and want to learn more about, you know. But really, if I went there, I really would probably major in African American studies. And I personally feel some type of way about going to a PWI and majoring in African American studies if you don't have to. Like, I know PWIs are a lot cheaper and give you more financial aid than HBCUs, but if you want to get into that nitty-gritty, the government does that on purpose to keep people out of HBCUs, and HBCUs don't get as much money as PWIs. Therefore, students looking to go to HBCUs don't get as much financial aid. You know, it's all because of the government. You know. But I just, like, I will feel some type of way about it. Me, personally, for me, will feel some type of way about going to PWI studying African American studies when I could go to an HBCU and study African American studies. You know? But free tuition is free tuition. Granted, we would have to read the fine print. But I don't know. I'm really thinking about it. I don't know. I feel like I would major in African American studies. It would piss me off more than I'm just like normally pissed off as a black woman. I'll probably do something like sociology or something like that. But people be like, once you learn sociology, it's like so fucked up. So like you'll never be able to like unsee shit. I don't know, something. I would major in something like humanities focused, and then minor in like something art focused, like creative writing or music. I would like to minor in like Spanish to keep it with me, but yeah. So I would like to go to HBCU. Winston-Salem looks pretty good. They have Swahili, which I am very interested in learning, which I want to learn. So yeah, knowing me, I probably will be in somebody's school for the rest of my life or taking classes and stuff somewhere all the time because I like to learn shit. And I think that's where my luck is. I know I would be very successful and like very good at it. Jesus. Oh my God. Sorry for the curse. Oh, I didn't mean to do that, but goodness gracious. I didn't think that I was gonna be one of them. We need to stop old people from driving, because I don't want to be ageist. I don't want to be ageist, but oh my God, she almost got me in a whole wreck just now, and I hate that because I should have blasted on the horn. Goodness, damn, that's crazy. I almost just got in a wreck. Thank you, Lord, that I didn't. Thank you, Lord. I've been in a real SZA-ish mood recently, and I feel like normally if I said something like that, people would be like, "Oh, are you okay?" Yes, I'm fine. But I think it's just because it's been raining and stuff. I just realized actually earlier today that SZA don't have a tiny desk. What the fuck is that about? But I just watched Amarie. I don't know if I'm saying your name right, sis. Her Tiny Desk. I like her a lot. What song of hers? I don't know how I discovered her. I think Co-Star was the first song I heard. I think I must have just asked Siri to play me my favorite song or something like that, and she came up. I don't know how I first heard. I think that's probably it. That's the most probable answer. But I love Co-Star, baby. You know, I'm gonna show you bitch down. I love that little tune. crazy like Aquarius. Text me when you're serious. Tease me like a Taurus. Them Libra bitches horrible. But yeah, I like that song. Just watch her Tiny Desk 8 down. 8 down. But yeah, I was looking through Tiny Desk and I was like, sister don't got no damn Tiny Desk. What is that about? We need to get on that. Actually talking about school. I'm considering it. This summer, I was really in like my interior design bag. So I was thinking about going to school there. But the only HBCU that has interior design as a major is Morgan State University in Maryland. I think it's Maryland. Yeah, Maryland. I don't know if I want to study interior design, but I am into it. I think I could be good at it. But yeah, going back to school. I don't know. I'm thinking about it. Because the only thing is that I could go in state because it's smarter. But I don't know. There's not too many schools I would want to go to in South Carolina. No shade. But if I go to school, I want to go somewhere out of state. I do. I really, really do. Just to, go somewhere new and go to a new environment. The leaves are starting to fall. I'm so excited, guys. And it's not I just have to realize it's not like, realistically, it's not as if I can just study all the things at one time. You just study one thing at a time, Kristen. Make a list and cross things off. I think I just get overwhelmed when it comes to like thinking about school and stuff. I get really overwhelmed because I never know what direction to go in. Because again, like when you're into so many different things, and then I just was burdened for a long time of, when you tell people what you're gonna major in, they always immediately ask you, and what do you plan on doing with that? Like when I was a senior, I think for a bit I was really considering studying African American studies, and I think I told some people that. The question was always like, what are you gonna do with that? I was like, I don't know. And they'd be like, okay, we'll do something else. And I know they do that for job security. And like logically, it makes sense. Go to school, get a degree in something that you'll have job security in. But I like knowledge for the sake of knowledge. I don't necessarily want to do, and I know that I like all the knowledge and things that I will learn in time throughout my life. They will serve me, and it will serve other people as well. But degrees do open doors. But it's not really about that for me. It's just about like learning something I'm interested in, or learning something like useful, and I don't mean useful as in necessarily job security, but like useful in life, but yeah, I would be burdened by what are you going to do with it? I don't know, but like I want to learn about it, and I'm trying to take my wants and the things that I'm interested in more seriously. And I said I was going to commit to taking them more seriously. And I think I do well, and I think I do well in the school environment. But if I go back to school, I just got an email, as a matter of fact, from my doctor's office giving me a referral to go to a behavioral doctor to get tested for ADHD. Mind y'all, I went to that doctor in September of last year. It's been a whole year. It's been a whole year since I went to the doctor to get a referral, and I just got it. Talk about we're so sorry for the delay. Delay? It's been a whole year. Do you know how much shit can happen in a year? I'm not even the same person I was last year. I mean, I am. But like, I've changed a lot. I've grown. A year. But yeah, if I go back to school, I really will need to be put on some Adderall, some medication. I don't know. I need to try to look into some natural, like, substitutes for Adderall. I don't really know what's in Adderall. And then I'll be thinking about the whole ADHD thing. Because it's like, who decided that our brains should operate a certain way? Like, who made that up? If you look at school and how school is preparing you for the school to prison pipeline, school is preparing you for that, school is preparing you for factory work, school is preparing you for capitalism. If your brain doesn't work in that way to make you successful in that line of thinking or behaving, to make you more successful in capitalism? You know, is that why they call it ADHD? You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know. I know what I'm trying to get at. I'm just trying to, okay, hold on. Let's just slow down. Do they call it ADHD? Like, but just because, I guess I just go back to the question, like, who decides how our brains should function? And I know, like, neuroscience and stuff is a thing, but, like, when people are neurodivergent in any way, I guess just, like, who decides what normal is? I guess if it's just, like, statistics space, if you have, like, you know, 75% of people in the world, their brains function this way. And then you have other people who split off in the 25% whose brains function in a different way. But if we're only out, but you know what I'm saying? Like, anyways. So I understand it on that level of my brain just functions a little bit differently than what society would want it to function as. Okay. So should I be taking medication for that to make me a productive member of society? The fuck does that even mean? But I think if I'm gonna go back to school, I really need some Adderall. I think I want to try the Adderall to see how I am. First of all, I need the diagnosis. I think I'll get it though, because I've said for a long time, I think not being diagnosed with ADHD is really like holding me back. I think I suffer from a lot of like executive dysfunction. That executive dysfunction be executive dysfunctioning. So I need the diagnosis first, but I'm pretty sure I'll get it. If I don't know what I'm gonna do then. I don't know. I have no idea. But I need the diagnosis first, but I'm pretty sure I'll get it. But I want to try Adderall to see how I am on it. And to see if first of all, how it affects my body, you know, and stuff. Because I think I just could get so much more done. I've been having to convince myself to, like, do shit. Like, sometimes it takes me a long time to convince myself to do something. Or doing simple tasks. It's so hard to get me, like, to do it sometimes. And then when you do it, you're like, oh, that was actually easy. But, yeah. I think if I decide to go back to school, I need some Adderall. And then, like, logistically, I would probably, if I go, like, out of state for school, I would probably have to work and be in school. Where would I go? I don't even know where I would go. I don't even know where I would go to school. I don't even know where. I don't know. See, this is what happens. Every time I start to think about going to school, I get so stressed out. And then even when you, like, apply to school, like last year I was like trying and I was like applying to schools just to kind of weigh my options, and they make it so hard. Every time I start applying to a school, I get reminded why the fuck I don't want to go. Why is it so hard? Everything is so hard. FAFSA, applying to schools, navigating Common App. Why do y'all make everything so fucking difficult? It's like when I was voting for the first time in 2020, and they make the law so hard for you to understand. It's like, why do I feel like every single American should be required to take 2 years of like law studies in school? Like, why do y'all make it so difficult to understand the fucking law? Oh, so it's easier for y'all to fuck us over. Like, everything is just so difficult all the time. It's like, why can't things just be simple? Anyways, what was I even talking about? Oh yeah, the main reason was me talking about moving out, and then okay. But yes, in other news, I think I know what I want my Halloween costume to be. I think last month, I think it was still July. It was still July. I had decided I was going to be Dionne Davenport from Clueless, like brown braids and everything. And I have outfits already pulled, like outfit ideas already pulled for her. I think I was doing 3 looks. I wanted to do a nice baby blue look like she has in the springtime, but since it's not springtime, I was like, well, maybe I'll save that for the springtime. And I wanted to do her nice red velvet dress with the white puffer collar and the white bell sleeves that she has. And the photo shoot scene, I wanted to do that one. I wanted to do a play on, I could do like the iconic black and white plaid suit, but I feel like that's, you know, that's done. Like when everyone thinks of Clueless, Halloween, they think of those outfits, so I didn't want to do that. But I have ideas for that one, but I really wanted to do the red velvet dress. That one, I think I have maybe the one where she has the black mini skirt, the black like bomber jacket type, like the neon look. That one, or the red vinyl skirt with the blue sweater vest. So I was playing around. I think I want to do like maybe 2 looks and just like take some pictures and make some TikToks or whatever. That, but then my friends from Barnes & Noble, Barnes & Noble girlies, they suggested doing Winx Club. And, you know, I love Winx Club. Me and my sisters love Winx Club. We only watched the 4Kids version though, which is like on YouTube, chopped up in parts, but season 3 is my favorite season. But doing Winx Club, which I'm honestly for that. I'm for that. But one of them was like, are we going to be doing the Tricks too? And the Tricks was iconic. Only thing I didn't like about them was that they never won quite enough for me, because I feel like it could be like, they were like really good nemesis to the Winx girls, but they never won quite enough for me. But Darcy was always my, well, because in the Winx Club, when it comes to me and my sisters, I'm Stella. So Stella's into the sis was Darcy, and then Flora's was Stormy, and then Icy's was Bloom, of course. So those were like the main 3 girlies, I think, when it came to power. Because, anyways, if you don't know Winx Club, girl, you don't know what I'm talking about. But I really think I'm really feeling being Darcy from the Tricks for Halloween, and she has like green hair, and she wears like all purples. She's a witch, so it's like gothy. And I'm thinking of doing that because like it's like a play, it's like a witch, obviously, duh, for Halloween, of course, but like, you know what I'm saying? Last year I was Velma. That was my first year dressing up for Halloween. Cause like, you know, being grown up Christian, like we couldn't celebrate Halloween. It was the devil's holiday. We would have like an event, like I think we would call it, I don't know what we would call it, but one year we dressed up as prayer warriors. And I think we just had like black paint on. And I think we just wore camouflage. And I think we were just prayer warriors. Which really blew my mind, because when I was like in first grade, I had this fairy backpack. I had this fairy backpack that had actual fairy wings on it. And they were retractable fairy wings. I would just beg my mom. And then I think I took ballet lessons, I think in 5K. So I still had like a tutu in my ballet shoes and stuff. And so, a 5K, I could have just said kindergarten. So I was like, oh my gosh, I can get my tutu and my ballet slippers and my fairy wings from my backpack, and I can be a fairy. And my mama told me no. I was devastated. Y'all, I wish I had a picture of that fairy backpack. Oh my gosh. It had wings on it. But yeah, the church would put on this event, but it like was supposed to be very anti-Halloween or like Christian Halloween. So we couldn't really celebrate Halloween, trick-or-treating, or like with dressing up. We couldn't do none of that. If it wasn't like Bible related, like I think one year maybe we were angels. No wings, mind you. But I don't know. So like we couldn't really celebrate Halloween like that. So a good part that's been really healing for my inner child is celebrating Halloween. I think last year I wanted to actually do Fancy Nancy, because when I was working at Barnes & Noble, I would be in the kids section a lot. I would work in the kids section a lot, and I would see the Fancy Nancy books. And Fancy Nancy used to be my girl down. Fancy Nancy and Junie B. Jones, those was my girls. Fancy Nancy was the first it girl. I think I probably like, that was my girl. And I had orange hair at the time. So I was like, oh my God, like I could be Fancy Nancy. And I still want to be Fancy Nancy. I think Fancy Nancy will require a lot of thought though. So I might save it for next year. I'll put her on the docket as well. So I think if I have, okay, so those are my 3 options. Dionne Davenport from Clueless, Darcy from the Tricks and the Winx Club, and Fancy Nancy. I'm not gonna lie, cloudy and rainy days, I really just want to be high. Like a nice sunny cool day too, but cloudy days, and when it's like hard for me to wake up, or I wake up and I'm still tired, I just want an edible or to smoke. Like, I'm not even gonna hold you. Get high and do some yoga and listen to music. Like, I love it. And to eat and come up with a nice snack when I get the munchies. I love it. Oh my gosh. And also watching like a favorite comfort movie or show. I just like being high, guys. Like, I don't need all that alcohol. Y'all can keep the alcohol. Give me the weed. One of my top 10 favorite things to do is to get high and do some yoga. I promise, it's so good. It's so good. Whew. But yeah, y'all, that's been today's video. Just a nice little chat. I'm gonna try to update once a week. Sometimes I just like, I would vlog if I did more. Once I get to like doing more things, I probably will start like doing little vlogs. But for the most part, they'll probably just be car chats, which is fine for me because, you know, I like to run my mouth. But yeah, that's been today's video. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see y'all in the next one. I'm gonna sit in this car and listen to SOS. So yeah, bye.